Hey guys, Juan the Tiger here, and I am bringing you another race on Gran Turismo 5. And this time, what I'm bringing you is the race on the special events section, or excuse me, the seasonal events section. I keep calling it the special events section. I have no idea why, but this is a seasonal event section, and this is on Nürburgring. I always want to call it Nurembergring, like the place where they held the World War II trials, Nuremberg, but Nürburgring. It's very hard to say. I think probably German or something, I'd imagine. But I need to put this out there because I stand corrected. I had a subscriber a while back ask me, how do you level up faster? And I told him that there's really no way to level up faster. You just play the game. And to my surprise, I had really avoided the seasonal events section because I took a look at it a long time ago, and it was like time trials and drifting and stuff. And basically what it is it's you pitting yourself against the world. And when you do that, it's like you race against you race with a car that has like simulation tires. They're really hard to control. If you're on if you're using the controller like I am, it's really hard. So I imagine for the guys who do really well, they probably have the wheel. And so I avoided the seasonal events. And then recently I just checked it out. And they have a section called bonus races. And those are unrestricted races. They tell you what car you must drive. So you have to buy these cars. And this course, it's with the GTI. And Nürburgring is kind of a large track. But here's what happens. You start off in 12th place. And by the end of the lap, or if it's on a regular course, it's 5 laps. By the end of this lap on this course, or 5 laps on other courses, you need to be in first place. And here's what's awesome. You win a shitload of money, and you get a shitload of XP. I don't know why I had to do the high-pitched thing there, but I did. You get a lot of XP, and you get a lot of money. And let me also say, now that I'm watching this, this is not my best effort on Nürburgring. It's like, I don't know. This is subpar. That sounds, I don't know. It took me a long time to learn how to race this track, and I think I raced this I raced it twice because one time I was like, sweet, you get a shitload of money. And I went back like a day later, raced it again, and I totally tore it up, and you got nothing for racing it a second time. So you can only race these once. Once you've got a gold, you can't win any more money. But I was like, wow, I'm so good at this course. I need to race this again and put it on YouTube. And of course, like the day that I do, I drive like shit. And what I discovered about this course, if you want my input on it, it's not about braking. It's about downshifting and letting off your gas and coasting into a corner. There's not a lot of times where you're going to like brake hard, jump into that corner. You really have to anticipate these corners, and it's a fun course. I actually like driving this course now. It's like 7 minutes. It's really a long course to drive, but it's like 7 minutes long. So basically, to go back what I was talking about, the seasonal events, you get a crap load of XP and a crap load of money. So I stand corrected. I can't remember who posted that comment on my channel asking how you level up faster. This is how you level up faster. I think it gave me one time, I got 120,000 XP from one race. It's insane how much points you get for racing for these courses. You have to, but here's the thing, is you have to spend, you don't have to, but it certainly makes it easier. And I fully modify every single car before I'm going to put it into this. So you're going to spend money on a car, and you're going to spend like 150 to 200,000. I'm just guesstimating on how much it costs to fully modify a car. And then you need to tune it, race it, and then you're going to get whatever. So you'll come out with like 200, 300,000 credit profit. One course I raced, it was like a Nürburgring short course or whatever. It was 8 laps, and I think I won 1.2 million. I just raced one that I won 1 million, and I raced another one like yesterday where I got 2 million. So you get a lot of money. And I, of course, did the thing that everybody does. If I were to get like $2 million in real life, I would do exactly what I did in Gran Turismo 5. I would buy every freaking car that I've ever wanted at any time. I'm like, oh yeah, the 88 Honda Prelude, bought. That 2000 Subaru Impreza, paid for. Porsche, Ferrari, I don't know, I would be crazy. Oh, I'd probably pay off my student loans first, actually. But then after that, I always told myself if I won the lottery, then I would go out and I'd buy my old roommate a Corvette because he just loves Corvettes, and we're really good friends. And so I would just do that. You know, it's one of those things like you talk about when you're just drunk or something, and you're just like, all right, you know what? If I ever win $1 million, I'm buying you a Corvette. You know, and he's like, okay, if I ever win $1 million, I'm gonna buy you a Mustang. That kind of shit. But you know, there's oh yeah, actually, I hope I don't sound congested because we're having Santa Ana's here in San Diego, and whatever is blowing around, it's got my allergies in a funk. You know, my face and my nose and everything just hurts. And have you ever seen the movie Total Recall? There's that scene where Arnold Schwarzenegger is pulling the tracker out of his head, and it's coming through his nose, and it's like this glowing, like light, like me like that. That's what my nose feels like right now, except for it's not bulging, and it can't come out. It's just sort of pounding there in my nasal cavity, and so I hope I don't sound messed up, because I don't feel all that great right now. And great thing is for the most part, normally this is the end of my school week on a Thursday, except for tomorrow I'm trying to crash a class, and this is going to be a surprise to some people, but out of now this is my 7th college semester. Out of my 7 semesters in college, this is the first class I'm going to have to crash. And a lot of people that I know, they've had to crash classes since their junior year, the beginning of junior year. There's this girl that I know, and she's crashed every single one of her classes for every semester for like the last 2 semesters. But I think she's a sociology major, you know, and I think that might be impacted. There are several impacted majors at my school. History is not one of them. The only downside is the class that I'm trying to crash tomorrow is called History 301, which is it's a historical writing and historical approach, historical studies class. So you go over historiography, you go over you know, sources, how to write a chapter in a history book, how to just generally in general write history, how to use Chicago, how to cite sources. It's a very entry level course for the history department, and it's supposed to be taken the very first semester that we transfer, or that when you get into upper division. So your junior year, the very first semester, you're supposed to take it. Problem is, the entire department, the history department, they offer 2 courses a semester, and the priority registration goes to seniors. And here's the kicker: the class is like capped at 20 students. So about 40 students out of the entire history department get to take this course a semester. So you've got, 160 students a academic year get to take that class out of, I don't even know, maybe 500 or so, I'm not sure. But I had the teacher that I had, the Professor Hijar, I had last semester. She's teaching it, and I went up to her and I'm like, hey, I need that class, can I crash the class? And she's like, well, you can crash it, but you know, I'm gonna try to scare you guys away, and I don't know if I'll have room, blah blah blah. So let's see how tomorrow goes for me. So anyways, that's my race on Nürburgring. I'm going over again like I seem to do a lot. And I'll talk to you guys in my next video, alright? Later.